Dolphins Nation, are you ready for a seismic shift on the defensive side of the ball? We've been talking about offensive woes, about quarterback changes, about the desperate need for a spark. But what if the answer, the true game changer, comes from a relentless quarterback hunting machine who could instantly transform our pass rush into one of the most feared units in the league? Could the Miami Dolphins be on the verge of a blockbuster move for Rashan Gary, a player who could finally give us the dominant edge rusher we've been craving? As the NFL trade deadline looms large, the rumor mill is churning, and a name that should send shivers of excitement down every Dolphins fan's spine is emerging. Rashan Gary, the ferocious linebacker from the Green Bay Packers. With an absolutely stellar performance throughout the 2025 season, Gary has become a magnet for attention, drawing the covetous gaze of numerous teams desperate to bolster their pass rush. This isn't just a rumor. It's a potential game changer that could redefine our defensive identity. Let's talk about Rashan Gary. At 27 years old, he has been nothing short of a foundational piece for the Packers defense. This season alone, he's already racked up an impressive 5.5 sacks and 20 total tackles. But those numbers only tell part of the story. Gary is a force of nature, a relentless disruptor who excels equally against the run and the pass. His explosive first step, his powerful bull rush, and his array of pass rushing moves make him a nightmare for offensive linemen. He's not just a pass rusher. He's a complete defensive weapon, a versatile player who can line up in multiple spots and consistently generate pressure. He's exactly the kind of player who can single-handedly elevate an entire defensive unit. Adding fuel to the speculative fire, Gary recently shared an enigmatic post on his social media, a cryptic message that immediately ignited speculation about his future in Green Bay. While the post didn't explicitly mention his contractual situation or a trade, it was widely interpreted by many, including outlets like Wisconsin Sports Heroics, as a direct response to the escalating rumors surrounding a potential move. When a player of Gary's caliber starts hinting at uncertainty, the entire league takes notice, and the Dolphins, it seems, are no exception. Our Dolphins, with a young and promising roster, are undeniably looking to fortify our defense to become more consistently competitive in the AFC. The addition of an elite pass rusher like Gary could be the precise jolt needed to transform our defensive line from a solid unit into an absolutely dominant force. Imagine the pressure he could generate, the havoc he could wreak in opposing backfields. Furthermore, Gary's experience in high-stakes, decisive games would be invaluable for a team like ours, one with clear playoff aspirations. He's been there, done that, and knows what it takes to perform under pressure. Sources indicate that the Dolphins are closely monitoring Gary's situation, and they are reportedly ready to engage in negotiations should the Packers decide to entertain offers, as reported by Acme Packing Company. However, as with any potential blockbuster trade, there are significant challenges to overcome. Gary commands a hefty contract, a 4-year deal worth up to $107 million, with substantial cap hit looming for the next few years, as detailed by Wikipedia. Absorbing such a contract will require some serious financial maneuvering from our front office. Moreover, the Packers themselves are grappling with a rash of injuries along their defensive line, making the prospect of trading away a key player like Gary an incredibly risky decision for them. It would leave a massive void that would be difficult to fill. On the flip side, the Dolphins possess both the necessary cap space and valuable assets to make a compelling offer. We have a treasure trove of draft picks and a roster with depth in several positions, giving us the flexibility to put together an attractive package. If the Packers, facing their own internal struggles and potential rebuilding efforts, decide to seriously consider offers, Miami could very well be one of the most favorably positioned teams to acquire Gary. This isn't just a pipe dream. It's a tangible possibility, a strategic move that could pay dividend for years to come. With the trade deadline rapidly approaching, the Dolphins front office must meticulously evaluate all their options. A potential trade for Gary could be a truly strategic move, one that not only strengthens our defense, but significantly enhances our chances of success, not just for the remainder of the season, but for seasons to come. However, the final decision will undoubtedly hinge on complex negotiations between the two franchises, as well as the evolving needs and priorities of both teams. This isn't a simple transaction. It's a high-stakes chess match. Dolphins fans, you need to stay glued to every update, because a monumental move in the trade market could happen at any moment. The thought of Rashan Gary in aqua and orange, terrorizing opposing quarterbacks, is enough to ignite a fire in even the most disheartened fan. This is the kind of player who can change the fortunes of a franchise, and the possibility of him joining our ranks is electrifying. So, Dolphins Nation, what are your thoughts on this potential game changer? Do you believe Rashan Gary is the elite pass rusher we need to transform our defense? Is the contract and the trade capital worth the investment, or should we be looking elsewhere? Let us know your perspective in the comments below. Your passion fuels this team, and your opinions matter. If you're excited about the prospect of Gary in Miami, or if you have a different vision for our team, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay on top of every breaking development as we race towards the trade deadline. Fins up.